Hey everybody, it is Mattie here with Altcoin Buzz with you on this Sunday. Hope your weekend has been superb. And today we're talking about the fact that Tether has accidentally printed 5 billion with a B USDT, which has been followed by a subsequent burn. AMBcrypto.com is covering that, as is Bitcoinist.com. So the mistake was corrected in the form of the burn, but people still noted it, and it's caused some instability in the markets, as you may have noticed. Despite that, the South China Morning Post remains positive. They're saying a 20,000 US dollar Bitcoin could be realistic by year end. Forbes is covering Bitcoin as well with this piece. Donald Trump just made Bitcoin a 2020 election issue. And Wells Fargo has also been tweeting in response to some crypto enthusiasts, basically clarifying the fact that they do not support crypto transactions. And a couple of people have called them out for that. Let's begin, however, with a snapshot of the markets. Things are unfortunately not looking very good today. We're on CoinGecko.com, down quite a bit. As you can see, down 6.6% from yesterday. Total market cap at $291 billion, well below 300 billion. Bitcoin below 11K at the time of this recording, down over 6% in the last 24 hours, sitting at 10.7K. Ethereum took a big hit, down 11.5K at just about $40. And as you can see, projects down 6%, 7%, 9.7%. Bitcoin SV down 12.9%. So certainly a red C on this Sunday. And at least as I figure, I think it stands to reason that a lot of that has to do with what happened with Tether. As we mentioned, they have accidentally printed 5 billion USDT. So at 5:35 p.m. UTC, Tether Treasury minted a massive amount of Tether, and the news spread like wildfire. Tether, which was already speculated to carry out suspicious transactions, was questioned for printing 5 billion USDT, an amount large enough to shake things up for Bitcoin. The CTO of Tether and Bitfinex, Paolo Adroino, was quick to respond before this could be interpreted as manipulation. He said, quote, "While preparing the issuance for Omni to Tron swap, there have been an issue with the token decimals. Please check the burn transactions below." Poloniex Exchange chimed and said that the minting took place when the exchange was conducting a USDT chain swap with the help of Tether. Quote, "An incorrect amount of USDT was accidentally minted, and this has since been resolved to the intended value." And as you can see, the transaction details are here for anybody that wants to check it out. This is on the Tron blockchain. It is a burn in the amount of 500 million Tether. And here are the second set of transaction details. Once again, on the Tron blockchain, it is a burn in the amount of the remainder 4.5 billion Tether. On Bitcoinist.com, Bitcoin retreats while Tether printers churn out more USDT. The downward slide continues today as Bitcoin drops closer to support once again. Meanwhile, the Tether printers keep on churning out new currency as another 50 million USD tokens enter the market. So the downward move by Bitcoin was possibly linked to the Tether printers pumping out another 50 million USDT. Initially, the Whale Alert Twitter account falsely reported a mint of 5 billion tokens, sparking a wave of speculation. But crypto trader Alex Kruger noticed the 5% pump after the erroneous notification. So at the time of this recording, things are still kind of up in the air. We're waiting for final confirmation. But quote here, quick 5% Bitcoin pump followed fake Tether news on top of oversold intraday charts. Actually minted Tether was 50 million, not $5 billion. So as you can see, in the dynamic and quick moving world of cryptocurrency news, we have a couple of different outlets saying different things, and we're going to have to let the dust settle perhaps by tomorrow's video really to know the truth of it, unfortunately. Justin Sun responded to that Whale Alert. The new print was part of a swap for Omni to Tron Tether, as Justin Sun confirmed. He said 50 million USDT transfer from Omni to Tron. Please check the total issuance here on tronscan.org. Now, if you need a little bit of a pick-me-up, you can check out this piece on the South China Morning Post. The timing is a little bit off, but they are saying that the Bitcoin bull run is more than just hype this time, and don't be surprised if a 20K USD price tag is in effect by year end. Why? Well, we have stronger fundamentals, growing institutional interest, and mainstream adoption of cryptocurrencies bode well for the prospects of Bitcoin. The asset can also work as a hedge against macroeconomic risks. Again, at the time of this piece's publication, Bitcoin was at about 13 14,000. So not really the best in terms of timing given what's happened with Tether and as we just discussed. But if you're interested in the bull's perspective as to why we can hit 20K by the end of 2019 and match back up with our all-time highs we saw back in December 2017, check out the case that is made here. It's largely due to the institutional, the corporate interest, the fact that it's becoming more and more mainstream. There are basically fewer and fewer people at this point in the world, let's face it, that have not heard about Bitcoin. And then that cascades, that permeates into the business sectors. That means more executives are hearing about it. More and more people in the tech space, of course, are interested and hearing about it. So it's a bit of a lengthier piece. But if this interests you and you're in need of a pick-me-up, an inoculation against the FUD, we'll link to this in the description below. You're on Forbes.com. Forbes covering more and more Bitcoin and cryptocurrency news recently. Donald Trump just made Bitcoin a 2020 election issue. So the Bitcoin and cryptocurrency world has been left reeling after US President Donald Trump unleashed a scathing attack on Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies, branding them, quote, unregulated crypto assets and based on, quote, thin air. But as Billy pointed out in his reaction video, I think we saw, perhaps a bit of a Streisand effect. Any publicity really is good publicity, whether it's bad publicity or good publicity. It comes out as good publicity in the end. And it just means people are talking about it. People that would not have otherwise been talking about Bitcoin and crypto are now engaged in that discussion by virtue of that tweet. So the Bitcoin price rose slightly following Trump's comments as Bitcoin traders and investors bet that Trump's acknowledgement of Bitcoin will bring greater awareness of crypto and could push prices up. However, far more importantly, Trump has inadvertently catapulted Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies into a presidential issue and given valuable recognition to the burgeoning Bitcoin tech, with some 2020 US presidential election hopefuls already Bitcoin and cryptocurrency fans. Don't forget Eric Swalwell on the Democratic side, unfortunately, whether unfortunately or fortunately, I'll leave that up to you guys, but he has dropped out of the race. Nevertheless, he was collecting donations in the form of Bitcoin, in the form of cryptocurrency. Also on the Democratic side, Andrew Yang, who's kind of the UBI tech-focused libertarian, seems to be a little bit more open to cryptocurrency, certainly more open than President Trump. Quote, possibly the largest bull signal for Bitcoin ever, the chief executive of Bitcoin and crypto exchange and payments group, Jeremy Allaire, said via Twitter. Quote, crypto now a presidential global issue. People everywhere will embrace a mix of sovereign and non-sovereign digital currency. So we're going to have foreign policy, we're going to have domestic policy, and maybe monetary policy in the form of a cryptocurrency discussion on the platform in the 2020 US presidential election campaign. Let us know in the comments below if that is something you would like to see, at least as far as a broader discussion about the issue. I think at a certain point it's going to be unavoidable, whether it's the 2020 election or the 2024, the 2028, who knows? But at a certain point, they're not going to be able to ignore the issue. Don't forget, first they ignore you, then they laugh at you, then they fight you, and then you win. Speaking of winning against some of the institutions out there, on Twitter we have Litecoin Moses who tweeted, something fishy is going on with my bank, Wells Fargo. I can't buy crypto on Cash App or Coinbase. I tried to attach my debit card and it said, quote, card not found. And I just used it to pay my bills. Ask Wells Fargo responded, thanks for reaching out to us. Unfortunately, Wells Fargo does not allow transactions involving cryptocurrency. Josh. Well, they made it perfectly clear, and @Lambo Whale responded with the following, account closed, period. Thanks for the heads up, ask Wells Fargo. I don't bank with crypto intolerance. And I actually think in reviewing this tweet earlier as I got ready for the video, I think this could be the new catchphrase that we really should try to popularize. Crypto intolerance. Throw it back in their face and make them sound like the ignorant ones. So let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. But crypto intolerance, I think that may have some legs, and I think it's the right kind of descriptor that we should appropriate for the cause. Bitcoinist.com is talking about this very issue. Wells Fargo won't allow customers to buy Bitcoin. Oh, it's for your own good, they say. They'll let you go to the casino. They'll let you blow your life savings on some frivolous purchase, no problem. But hey, you shouldn't use cryptocurrency. You certainly shouldn't buy it. It's dangerous for you. No, reality check. It's dangerous for Wells Fargo. So the rundown. Wells Fargo does not allow transactions involving cryptocurrency. Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies are risky and volatile. They're digging their heels into the ground, Wells Fargo is, because they're a huge traditional bank. They were founded back in 1852 to provide banking services and mail delivery through the Pony Express. Outdated much? And they've recently come out stating that they do not allow their customers to purchase Bitcoin with their own funds. And this article specifically singles out the exchange that we just covered on Twitter. This prohibition is contrary to Wells Fargo's vision, which states, quote, customers can be better served when they have a relationship with a trusted provider that knows them well, provides reliable guidance, and can serve their full range of financial needs. Well, Litecoin Moses' full range of financial needs certainly were not being met. However, by forbidding a customer from performing transactions in Bitcoin, Wells Fargo is not serving its customers, quote, full range of financial needs. No, they are not. No question about that. Let us know if you all, members of the Altcoin Buzz Army, bank with Wells Fargo. Has this been an issue for you? I got to admit, I've had my fair share of issues where I am in Canada with my banking services. And of course, by virtue of where I am, it also limits the exchanges that I can use. And I'm talking about beyond just the banking websites and whatnot, but the actual cryptocurrency exchanges. So it's a little bit tougher for people like me. But if you're a Wells Fargo customer, how do you feel about this? Is this a deal breaker? Is this something that you can work around? Do you feel that they are crypto intolerant? Again, I'm going to start using that as much as possible. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, everybody, on this issue. Eventually, Wells Fargo will have to catch up. Don't forget, that's what JP Morgan Chase are doing. They are trying to fit in and be part of the cool crowd after all. But that about wraps it up for the news today, everybody. Do be sure you're following us on all the regular social media channels and keep checking back to our website, altcoinbuzz.io, for all the latest. Hey, it is Sunday, everybody. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead, like, subscribe, share, hit the bell to receive notifications. But all the very best of luck if you choose to invest. Have a great tail end to your weekend. I hope it was fantastic, and we'll hope to see you again soon, as always, in our next video. Take care.